Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I hope that your day is going marvelously, and I'm really excited to share the scent with you today. I had a freak accident though. I dropped the scent when I was doing a previous recording, trying to capture my thoughts on this. Dropped it, it hit a candle next to me, cracked the candle so spectacularly, I cannot use it. I have to recase it or something. And I also messed up this bottle a little bit and took a good chunk of glass out of it. But fortunately, I didn't crack it so bad that it's leaking. So, you know, thankful for small things like that. Of course, I did ruin a candle that cost considerably more than the perfume. Such is life. Anyway, this is a fragrance I got from Marshall's. It was $14.99, so $15. And I love it for this time of year, and I'll tell you why. This is Curations by The Good Scent. This is Manifest Your Future, Coconut Milk and Sage Eau de Parfum. You can see what I did. This was not here when I bought it. This huge chip, I don't know if you can see that, but that huge chip did not exist before I got my hands on it. This time of year, it is going from warm to cool. I despise this time of year because it does a number on me physically. However, I think it's a beautiful time of year. And as soon as I smelt this fragrance, I knew this was the one for this time of year. This has such an interesting mix of your summer and fall notes that I said, this is perfect for this transitional time. So let's talk about it. I'll tell you pros and cons, and I'll tell you all the details so that you can get your hands on this if this is something you're interested in. So I think I said I got this from Marshall's. This one actually came from TJ Maxx. I bought 5 from this line, and I bought a couple at Marshall's and a couple at TJ Maxx. This one came from TJ Maxx, actually. And this is 3.4 fluid ounces, 100 milliliters, a lot of product for $15. There's a reason for that. We'll get into that in a moment. Let's go over the notes. Let me tell you my thoughts, get into the caveats, and go from there. So the top notes are candy apple and spiced pear. The mid notes are caramel sugar and sage leaf. And the base notes are coconut milk and vanilla cookie. 100%, I smell all of these from the spray to the dry down. I smell them all. There's not one note on here that I did not pick up on when smelling it. So this, if you notice, quite a few of the things are definitely more fall coated, like candy apple, spiced pear, sage. These are things that we think of specifically with fall, but you also have coconut milk and caramel, which is kind of any season, as well as vanilla. That could be kind of any season, but vanilla cookie specifically, you're usually thinking about a cooler weather kind of treat, okay? You have this scent grounded in a major summer essence, which is coconut, very tropical inspired, a major summer note, but it's got all of these really gorgeous fall notes playing on top, and it's really well executed. As soon as I smelled this, I said, this is a transitional fragrance. This is summer going into fall. If you are like me, clinging desperately to warm days, this will give you all of that, but it'll also make it clear you're a realist. Like, yes, I would love for summer to be every day, but I also know that cooler days are coming, and I'm okay with that too. I'll embrace it. So, absolutely gorgeous. I also love the design on the front. Very woo-woo looking, very, very mystical looking, very pretty. And I don't know if your future smells like coconut milk and sage, but Manifest Your Future is the name of it. So if that's what your future smells like, this is the scent for you. Now, caveats. I've talked about this in videos before, and I'll try to remember to link one overhead that I did. I love an affordably priced perfume just as much as I love a very expensive one. But the main thing is it has to perform well. If I'm going to rave about it, it must perform very well. And what I found is that many of the more reasonable price perfumes, especially at discount stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Ross and all of those. If you get one of those discount perfumes from there, something that is not a main product or main fragrance line, they don't last that long on the skin. So when I bought this, I was fully aware that reapplication might be necessary. That is an understatement. 2 hours for me, tops with this. Could it last longer with proper layering? Probably. I didn't do that because I didn't see the need for it right away. But if it was something that I was going to absolutely wear daily, I'd probably do an infused oil, or not a infused oil, but a scented body oil. And I'd probably add vanilla and perhaps a caramel note in there, maybe a little bit of apple. I would probably do that as a base oil and then layer this on top just to make sure that the scent lasts long enough. There's nothing wrong with the scent that fades after 2 hours if you are aware of it and you are okay with that. If you're someone that likes to spray in the morning and smell it when you come home, this is not the fragrance for you. If you come home in the evening, that is. If you are someone that doesn't mind refreshing your fragrance throughout the day, if you kind of get an enjoyment out of that, many people do, then this might be fine. Every couple hours, you go in the bathroom at your job or wherever you are, or if you're in the car, whatever your routine is, and you just reapply and you keep it pushing. That could work as well. I do not like to have to reapply. I've worn this. This is the third time wearing it. I applied it right before I did the video, but I've worn it 2 times before and I had to reapply. I didn't love that. However, and this is something to remember, if you travel considerably, this might be something great to pack because it's so inexpensive. If anything happens to it, probably won't be heartbroken, and you can reapply as you go throughout your day, wherever you're vacationing or traveling. So this is lovely for sure, but you will reapply. You have a lot of product, as you can see. So reapplications are not such a big deal as far as consuming the product up. Remember, I've done this 3 times and I've barely made a dent in it. So it's not that you will use up so much product reapplying, but the fact that you have to reapply it all means that you would be going through it, in theory, faster than something that you apply once and don't have to reapply during the day. That being said, I recommend this. I love it. I think it's a great gift if you want to give it to someone that likes these notes, perhaps, and maybe they don't mind reapplying. Really great for somebody a little bit younger that may want some really nice fragrance, but you don't want to invest in something super pricey. For someone that is going to practically take a bath in it, this is perfect for that. It's a cute little stocking stuffer for the holidays. I like it. And for this time of year, it is absolutely perfect. It really captures the essence of summer going into autumn. Just lovely fragrance. Apply liberally. I do recommend smelling it in store, like any other fragrance. If you can smell it before you bring it home, excellent. I only blind buy a fragrance if it's really inexpensive. I would have blind bought this based on the notes, but I do recommend, if you can smell it because it is very specific. A lot of people do not like necessarily coconut or sage, and those are the standout notes in this. So if you don't really like those, don't get this, because this absolutely brings those forward. The coconut you smell the whole time you wear it. The sage comes out after the top notes dry down a bit. When I first sprayed it, in fact, let me sniff. When I first smell it, I absolutely get spiced pear. That's the one that I get most. I get the candy apple too, but the pear, the candy apple, and the caramel, I get those immediately. But once it's on the skin, I also get the coconut milk on the opening too. But once it's on the skin, the sage and the coconut milk absolutely come out. The vanilla cookie kind of weaves through. It adds a bit of warmness, but it's not, to me, it's not the most prominent scent. Um, but let me respray. Actually, I take that back. Um, you can smell the vanilla cookie at first spray. I know it says that it's a base note, But as far as the base, I don't smell it on the base side. And this side has completely dried. I haven't worn or I haven't applied the scent in like 30 minutes. And I don't smell vanilla cookie, but when I spray it, I absolutely get it. It kind of, like I said, it kind of weaves in and out through the other notes, but it doesn't compete. If you like a gourmand or you want to try your hand with how gourmands react on you, this is a good one to experiment with at a pretty reasonable price point, because this is purely a gourmand. It got a little fruit in it, of course, but this basically is a gourmand. And I do like some gourmand fragrances. This is probably one of the most interesting and fun executions of a gourmand that I have smelled in a while. I think of there was Cookies and Kisses by Clinique. I think it was My Happy. I'll put the link overhead. I reviewed one. This puts me in mind of that, but that one didn't have nearly as much fruit on the top. It was definitely more on the cookie, warm caramel side. And that could work well, perhaps paired with this. You might want to try it. I won't be trying it because I have to find my bottle first. But even if I had the bottle right at hand, I wouldn't try it because for me, I really do prefer the coconut milk and the um, apple and pear notes. I really don't want that competing with the Clinique. But if you like the Clinique Cookies and Kisses or Kisses and Cookies, I think it's Cookies and Kisses, this might be something fun to try that's kind of adjacent to it with some of those notes, but it gives you more fruit in here. Okay. So that is it. I have some really exciting ones to try from or to review from this line. I can't believe I put all of my other reviews aside to do this, but this was just very important, crucial. Had to review it and it had to come out here early part of September so that you can find it if it interests you and wear it all this month because it's perfect for this season as we get into the cooler months. So that's it. Please have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all on Wednesday. Take care. Bye bye.